If you buy land out west, you will likely experience drought. And if you're wondering what we can do about this phenomenon and what causes it, in today's video, we have the top things you should know. Number 1, what is a drought? Well, I think we all generally know what a drought is, but in short, it is a period of abnormally low rainfall leading to a shortage of water. Number 2, what causes a drought? Sometimes drought is caused by cyclical weather patterns. Other times, fluctuating ocean temperatures will cause an unexpected drought. And in a similar vein, changes in a jet stream can influence precipitation and cause a drought. Other lesser-known factors include a reduction of soil moisture, which can be caused by human activity. Excessive water use by humans can also cause drought. And so, of course, can climate change. Number 3, are droughts increasing? Unfortunately, yes. Droughts seem to be increasing in severity and frequency. In fact, according to the UN, droughts have increased by nearly 30% worldwide between 1998 and 2017. And number 4, if droughts are increasing, what can we do to prepare for them? Well, one of the biggest things we can do as a society is try to slow down climate change, since this is going to be one of the biggest drivers of droughts in the future. But knowing that droughts will occur, regardless of how much the climate changes, we can also work to improve water conservation and efficiency both in urban areas and in the agricultural sector. But communities can also work to increase the amount of water available by introducing water recycling and stormwater capture systems, both at the individual level and at the city or state level. And finally, governments can implement water banking projects which store excess water during wet periods for use during droughts. So that covers the basics of the causes and potential responses to drought. But don't walk away thinking that all drought solutions must come from the government. Yes, drought is an issue that is larger than each of us as individuals. And yes, many solutions must come from the government or society level. But innovation also comes at the grassroots. Farmers and landowners are entrepreneurs after all, and entrepreneurs are masters of innovation. Just take the example of Don Cameron. If you were to visit his farm, Terra Nova, in the spring of 2022, it would look like a disaster hit. Everything was flooded, but this was exactly how Don wanted it. You see, Don has a plan, not just to transform his ranch, but all of California's San Joaquin Valley. The problem is this. Don and his neighbors do not have rights to water from any nearby river, so they must rely on government supplies and groundwater for irrigation, which means that during droughts they have to pull water from the local aquifer, and now it's overtaxed. In fact, people have pumped so much groundwater from the region that some towns have started to sink. Yet, California being California means that the region swings between periods of drought and extreme flooding. And though Don's area is not served by a river, it is still close enough to the end of the North Fork of the Kings River to flood every few years. And Don sees this floodwater as his savior. Back in 2010, Don began experimenting with allowing his vineyards and orchards to flood. The idea being that this water would percolate into the aquifer for use when the next drought came. Everyone used to think that floods would kill off the crops. But surprisingly, Don's trees survived, even an inundation of 3 feet, likely because the cold river water contained enough oxygen to ensure the roots didn't suffocate. Replenishing an aquifer is a slow process, but Don believes that flood recharge, if scaled up, can be a key piece of the future-proofing necessary to save the country's most productive region from near certain death. That is, if he's able to obtain the water rights to do so. For California, again being California, allocates ownership to every drop of water, even floodwater. So to be able to use the floodwater to replenish his aquifer, Don needs to buy the rights to that water from the Kings River Water Association. And some water rights holders in the area believe that all of that excess flow belongs to them. Now, this is not actually a video about water rights, although you can find a link to the full Wired article on the conflict in this video's description. But it is a story about the power that individuals have to confront even some of the largest problems we face if they don't give in to despair. For even if Don loses the rights to the floodwater, the concept of flood recharge is taking hold across the region as a whole. So you never know what small innovation can be a spark for change. But what do you think? Do you have any examples on how we can prepare for drought? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? You're going to love our Gokce Land Due Diligence program. Check it out at gokcecapital.com/glad. And while you're at our website, don't forget to explore our $1 down listings at gokcecapital.com/listings. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.